X. Dad. I'll take it. Just don't need it. Ah, I should have saved that. Damn it. Oh well, fuck it. There will be more. Gotta unload all this junk. Craft mods, resources, crafting, reagents, smelting. All right. Now we gotta head over to eating. I'll be right back, chat. All right, I'm back. Had to grab one more coldie for the evening. Stretch the legs. All right. Keep moving forward. Got roughly 10 levels to go. Not bad for day one.
At last! But before we give...
Full talk. How's that guy regenerating so much stamina? What the hell? Right. We're ready to go down the hill. Talk the lady again. Broke my dog.
Ah, you'll be glad to know Sun and I have settled our difference. But you've
I think we're now a group.
Winter Rune Forge. And that was up here. Took my dog. Well, at least I got that taken care of. I gotta get back up here. Yeah, I can.
Behold,
Behold!
Eden Grove, the jewel of Eternum. Here is
All
a
right.
land where nature still commands. It's thorny, poisonous, and beautiful. You'll never find in all the world such an abundance of peculiar flora. Speaking of peculiar, did you know the life cycle of the Angry Earth begins in Eden Grove? I've been studying them for ages, but always from a distance. Now, I'm finally to the heart of the matter. They're key to defeating the corrupted, I'm sure of it. There's a druid settlement nearby. They brokered a shaky truce with the Angry Earth in order to maintain a colony here. No small feat.
Like these cutscenes, these are all
Druids
new.
will point us to the answers we seek.
As you walk down this path, are you kidding? Jump to the settlement?
There are countless ancient, but the terraces on these. Yes, let it.
A lot of reading. All this right here is new to me, man. I don't remember doing this before.
The clips tell a tale of a civil war between the ancient immortals, those who sought to harness the power of corruption, battling against those who refused. As the corrupted neared victory, there was a final, desperate act of sacrifice. These noble ancients, surrendering themselves, their Azoth to cleanse the scourge. From their discarded earthly shells, new life arose. Nature twisted in power and thirsting for vengeance. Years passed. The boon of the ancient sacrifice blessing these lands. The Angry Earth flourished, and Eden Grove along with it. But this surge was not to last. The age-old evil arose again, and the wars of crimson madness began. It seems the spawn of the sacrificed ancients developed new defenses, the Blight as we now know it. The Angry Earth again overcame, becoming a threat to not just corruption, but this time to the towns and settlements of humanity as well. Even now, when we once again share in facing a greater threat? We mustn't forget, this is their home, and they will defend it. We must trespass lightly here.
Right? Trees out, let me beat them down, man.
Everything I've learned, if these glyphs, we should...
Perfect. Further down the path here, chat. I want to say from here, if I remember right, from here, I think after we get done with Eden, and they send us to Shatter Mountain, and that's pretty much where it ends. And then from there, you spin off into the expansion storylines for Brimstone and Elysian. Get my noble steed. My good steed, my good sir. I can't wait to ride Moon Shadow.
I shared our... But we must...
That XP,
Good work,
baby.
I have a strange feeling about
Go,
this
55.
place, Soul Warden. Yvette, my brother. Yes, come.
5-5. 10 more to go. All right. Where am I headed now? Over here. Side with that area.
I knew I should have kept a closer...
That's on the way.
Yours is not a face I've seen.
I know.
All right, here.
Hello, stranger. Ah, a fa...
And talk like 16 people. That was the quest.
You return. Did they... When I did not act, and now she... Will you say I should be worried? And how very... Why would...
Place. Hold on real quick. Wow, I have a second here. I want to see if I could change. One. I want to do this enemy. I'm tired of locking on the shit that I don't want to lock onto. It's so annoying. I don't need to use target lock. This game isn't that hard. right now. Now, dodge is on the stick. That's what we want. Especially when you're fighting. I don't know why they wouldn't put dodge on stick by default. Like, that's just, to me, is just common sense. I mean, you're using the right stick to aim. Why would you not have it be the dodge when this game, you know, depends on dodging attacks and stuff? So like, oh, you're in the middle of a fight, you gotta stop like aiming at your target to hit circle. Like, that's so dumb.
I see you have chosen.
On keeping on here. Ow. Frick. Come on, guys, come on down.
What does...
And they're crystals. Body. Oh. You work on mining at all? I really haven't, man. I think my mining's like level 12. I need to though. We're almost to the end here, so once I do this, I'll have all the time in the world to go get all that shit. What? Pull out the damn blade, man. Jeez. How annoying. That's why I don't like using modifiers for the attacks, because right there I had my blade out. I used the modifier to fire the third skill, and in touching L1 it took my blade off. So that's just rebound. Or down the line. Gotta stay on the road. I think this is where I gotta go. Is hello?
This. This.
There we are. If you can hear me, come north-northwest. Follow the path through the crumbling wall and into the Cave of Color.
Into the Cave of Color.
That was Merlin. Quickly, let us follow his instruction.
A seat. All right, what do I gotta kill? I gotta kill 3 more of these guys and throw some seeds in a pool. Or kill. I gotta figure out where these seeds. Found it. All right, down the hill we go.
I can't believe my ears. This is the...
Look at all this mithril, and I can't touch it. Add. Ow. Take some of that. Perfect.
When time and space are suspended, words from past to future hold the key. Like the facets of these crystals,
Free
mind,
XP.
heart, and soul are just aspects of a singular thing. Take heed. Words are but vessels, prisons of meaning, where an idea or a mind.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Can I take this?
There. Tell me. For years, I've looked for clues to Myrdin's fate.
1,000.
And only now do I discover this sanctum. I feel like a fool for not coming here sooner. He hoped it could...
Going to town. Like town. Made it.
Not many records, but what about you? I'm curious.
These story quests are taking me to all the fast travel points, which is nice.
I cannot tell you what a... Wait.
Yeah. I killed 2 of these guys. Oh no, I gotta collect something from them. Where you at? Yeah, one more. Commune with the pool. I'm communing.
The forests of Eden Grove are not places. They are entities in and of themselves, each speaking for its own, but with a shared voice.
Big Worm, 33. Let's go, bud.
Our walking brethren begin in the garden, but like us, we draw our strength from a deeper well. All the children are fed by the river, their sustenance drawn from the river flowing from the one true source. If a limb becomes infected, it must be severed.
Getting it, man. I like it, dude. Hell yeah.
It's amazing. This mangrove swamp is they are strong.
Clearly we go up the road and grab the fast travel and come back down. Not even a question. What we get now, the less we gotta do later. Still got so many zones to cover. We'll have to cover all of Cutlass, Morningdale, Restless Shores, Reekwater, Lycian, Brimstone. Everything else we should be able to do just by questing. Means it's actually kind of like it's a bit of a shame that they didn't have the story go through every zone, so you had a reason to experience every part of the map. Every zone's different. It's stylized different. It's got a different theme to it, different enemies, and it's like you only see like 3/4 of what's here doing the story quest. There's like 4 zones that you're not gonna touch unless you just walk in on your own and go do your own exploring. Like I don't know why. I don't know why they don't take you through like Cutlass. Cutlass isn't part of the story. Restless Shores is not part of the story. Morningdale is not part of the story. So that's 3 right there that you're not even touching in the story. Ebonscale Reach is another one. I don't think you touch this in the story unless they added to it. The way I remember is you go through Eden and then you get to the Shatter Mountain, and this is where the story ends. And from here you get 2 quests. One takes you into Brimstone to do all this, and then one takes you down to Elysian Wilds to do this. But oh, and Reekwater too. Reekwater is not involved in the story. So that's what, 1, 2, 3, 4. potentially 5 zones that are not touched by the story. Out of that, you're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Technically 9, 10. So you're getting like 3/4 of the zones, but there's, you know, a whole quarter of it and you're not even touching unless you just mosey on in there yourself. I mean, I guess Cutlass is a little bit different now too, since like the end game is this PvP area, so obviously you're going to get these fast travel points. Curious to get down here and take a look at all this and see what they changed, because I didn't check it out in the beta. This all here looks the same. So does all this. But this here's all different. This all changed down here. Like there's no more... Never mind, there it is right here. Towers for control. They moved these. Oh, we'll find out when we get there. Is it above me? I guess here's a path up. Oh. Clearly you want some of this. Gather blighted sap from blighted. Guys on the ground. Whoa. Ocean hit kind of hard, man. Guy's a little bit more tougher than I remember him being. Well, once you hit level cap and you start getting into the end game, there's all kind of stuff you can do. One is, you know, focusing on your crafting and getting your trade skills up to 250. That takes a good bit of time and effort. and money.
Doesn't life seem endless? She was busy.
There's a new endgame raid now. There's a 10-person raid they added in with this update. Not sure how that's going to go yet, but we're going to do it when we get there. There's plenty of endgame mutations to do in the mutated dungeons. PvP, a lot of PvP. There's different trials and events. I mean, they've added a lot. There's a lot to do to keep yourself busy. I mean, just getting yourself up the gear score is a good bit. But for me, I'd like to get everything leveled up and then start working on my professions. You know, get a PvP set together for PvP. I want to do the raid. There's a lot, man. There's a lot.
Wonderful. I can't believe it. I don't know. Ready?
I mean, just getting crafting to 250, that alone is its own end game. I mean, to get all of these to 250, like it's a lot of work, man. That's a lot of work to get to 250. Like your gathering gets capped at 250, refining is 250, and then you're crafting at 250. And you know, once you get some of them done, like that's where you start making your money in the auction house, selling like high-end stuff that people want, you know, because you can make it. There's a lot of time-gated stuff for the end game. There's a lot of grinding. There's a lot of farming involved. But like I said, now with the activities and stuff they got going on, so you got your mutated expeditions, you know, those change every week, and each one of these, you know, they got an M2, 1, 2, and 3. So just to get to M3, you know, you got to have like 700 gear score stuff, which takes a while to get to 700 gear score when you're either crafting it or trying to find it. It doesn't really drop all the time, so it takes time to get your gear together to do these. This is end game stuff. The raid is new. That's all end game, which I haven't tried it out yet, but I bet it's a good time. It requires 6 people minimum, up to 10. And then you got your soul trials. This is new. When you get a 65, you can run these soul trials, which is basically like those little bosses I've been doing, like through the storyline, like to progress the story. But when you hit 65, you can go back and rerun those for high-end loot, which is basically like, it's solo challenge, like solo boss challenge. Like you're basically challenging your build, like, can you take care of these high-end bosses by yourself? It's a challenge. So like this is part of the end game. The elite trial, they upgraded the sandworm, which is also I think a 10-person or 12-person minimum like raid event where you kill the sandworm in Brimstone Sands. They've upgraded this thing with this update to give you gear score 700 to 725. It used to be capped at 625. They just redid it, so now this is a brand new endgame event where you get like daily and weekly rewards for doing it. This is going to take a lot of time to get here because honestly, I've never done this, but from what I understand, this is one of the most difficult things to do in the game, like bar none. From what I understand, like even people that are like very well geared say this fight is incredibly difficult. So I'm looking forward to getting into this. That's another end game event. And then of course you got your PvP arenas, outpost rush. I mean, you can't even get into outpost rush until like level 60, I think it is. Yeah, 60. You have to be at least 60 to do outpost rush. This is PvP. On top of that, you have you know, doing your invasions and whatnot and the wars. That's end game stuff. That's all faction dependent and company dependent. Also the faction races where you got to race for influence. That's also a PvP event for the end game. So there's a lot going on. There's a lot to keep you occupied. I mean, I have on my main character, I think I had like 1,000 hours. A little over 1,000 hours on my main, and I don't even have all my crafting skills at 250 on that character. And like all I've done is farm and try to craft and try to get like it's harder said, it's easier said than done. So that alone will keep you busy for a while, especially if you're into crafting. Now, if you don't like crafting, then you can say, fuck it, doesn't matter. I personally like the craft, and I like being able to make things for other players, especially teammates and company members. Yep, and a lot of that high-end stuff sells. I mean, that's how you make some money. Oh, anytime, man, anytime. I'm here to help. But yeah, there's plenty to do. It's way different than what it used to be. I mean, they really made a lot of great changes, and there's more than enough to keep you occupied. Like when the game first released, yes, it was a little weird. There wasn't as much to do. Endgame was pretty much just running, you know, chest runs and PvP, and that was basically it. Because if I remember correctly, even in the beginning, like mutated dungeons did not exist. That was like their first iteration of endgame material. So that's all here now. It's all here now. And that was a lot of people's big bitch with the game, was that there's no endgame. You hit max level, there's no endgame. That was the big bitch. And since it came out 3 years ago, they really have put a lot of effort into adding more for the endgame player, as well as, you know, like better polishing the story and adding in all these like wonderful cutscenes and all this stuff that helps tells what's going on for the new players coming in to keep them engaged. Like, it's so much nicer to play through now than what it was when it came out. Like, yes, I am speeding through my level process, which, I mean, I don't necessarily recommend it unless you're looking to do what I'm trying to do, which is I want to hit level cap so I can start helping out everybody else in the company. But if you take your time and do it at like a normal slow pace, like there's a lot of like lore and story there, and it's good, really good. So I mean, all around they did a great job. I mean, they made it a lot better for the new players coming in and the lower level players, and then they've added a boatload of shit for your end game high level players for things to do. And you know, especially now with this one too, like Cutlass Keys is completely revamped. This used to be a level 30 zone, it's now 60 to 65. So this whole zone is dedicated to, you know, high-end loot, high-end resources, and then this whole bottom part of Cutlass is brand new. This is the new PvP island, which is also an endgame event. It's literally littered with nothing but elite POIs, elite chests, top-end tier 5 crafting materials and resources, and it's also a free-for-all PvP zone. Like, as soon as you walk into the zone, you're automatically flagged, and it doesn't matter who's on your guild or who's on your faction. Everybody dies. Like, you can kill your own teammates, your own friends, your own faction members. It's an absolute free-for-all. And if you die, you get killed, your loot drops on the ground, and anybody can come by and pick it up. And the only way you get to keep your loot is getting in there, getting what you want, and making it out alive. So this is like their idea of like extraction shooters, which is the biggest thing now, right? Like Tarkov's really popped off, and what is it, that Gray Zone, and Delta Force has one now. Like, the extraction shooter has become a big thing, and people really like it because it's that high risk, high reward, like adrenaline rush. So this is their idea of it. They made it a complete free for all. You walk in, and you know you could lose. You can lose instead of win, and it's pretty neat. And they've even added stuff too, like I was reading, like if there's a group of players standing too close together for too long, they all get a massive debuff and it just kills them. So that prevents people from teaming. You know, like you say, well, hey, yeah, I know it's free for all, but like I know you, you know me, like we're not gonna kill each other. We're gonna team up and kill those other guys. Well, they set it up that if you're hanging around somebody long enough not fighting each other, you will get a debuff and die. So this is a brand new endgame event that just came out with the re-release of the game, which I'm really interested in checking out. Once we get to 65 and we get some good gear, I want to go down here and check this out. But we got to get to 65 first. And then once we hit 65, we got to start amassing our loot, because even when I hit 65, I'm not going to have high-end gear to be able to do some of these high-end things. I think you might be right, Nessie. I might have misspoke there. I think you do drop half. Either way, you're dropping something. I believe it's, I don't know if you drop gear. I checked it out in the closed beta. In the closed beta, we were able to really check it out because they let us play at level 65 from the start. So we were able to go down there and check it out. It seemed really cool. I don't remember if you drop gear you collect. I don't think you necessarily drop gear, but what you do drop is the new currency, the balloons or whatever, and those are what everybody's after, right? Because that's what you use to buy the new like 725 gear and everything, and you need a boatload of them to buy a piece of gear, like 20,000 plus. So like every time you lose some of them, it's a kick in the nuts, right? Like it just sucks. Oh, God damn it. Yeah, that's what it is. You drop the cursed items in like the doubloons, but you keep gear you find and you keep your weekly coconut, which is also an end game currency. I don't remember exactly what it's for. It's for upgrading things or something, or it's for buying something out of the crate once a week or something like that. Yeah, I am tired of going up here and down here, up here and down here, up here and down here. Where am I supposed to freaking go, man? Climb the ruins and reach the commune pool. Where I gotta go? I was already up here and this didn't work. Drop down on this maybe. Hidden. In the ass. Yeah, Decro, I mean, if you quit because you didn't have anything to do at the end, well, like I said, there's plenty to do now. And there's stuff for everybody. People who don't like PvP don't have to PvP. There's the new endgame raid and stuff. If you like PvP, there's a lot of shit there. They really added something for everybody. It's gonna be good, man. Especially now that we got the whole entire crew involved in playing and everybody seems to be having a good time. I think we're gonna have fun playing this game because we actually have a group of people we can team up with and do things. And not to mention, like, even if you didn't have a group, like, you know, or if there's not many people on, like, the fact that all the activities are server, like, cross server now. So basically, you know, you want to go run a dungeon or whatever, you can just literally queue up for it and it'll pull from every server in that side, like, if like out of the East Coast essentially, right? So like we're playing on US East. So the 10 servers live right now, it pulls people out of them servers, anybody that's queued from any server, and it'll add you into a group automatically. You do the event, whatever, then you split off, go back to your server. And they've added that in for the expeditions. They've added it in for 3v3 arenas, and they've added it in for Outpost Rush.
Well,
so now it's a lot easier to get a game together or get a group together to do something. Whereas before it was highly dependent on your server, like you could only play and do those things with people on your server. Well, now they changed to where like that's all cross server, so it doesn't matter if your server's low pop or high pop, you can still find groups to do those things. Bro, man. Places like a Rainbow Murder, it's just nuts. It's just color everywhere, fog, goofy shit, climbing things, water, angry plants, like keep getting confused and lost on what I'm trying to do. Yeah, they've, like I said, they've since added a group finder and cross server group finding, so that made a big difference. I am going to die, man. Like, why are these guys so fucking tough all of a sudden? Like, where are they getting this instant shield that keeps regenerating automatically no matter what? Shouldn't be that hard. Over here. Yeah, I'll have to look into that, Nessie, because I said I don't remember the exact details. I just checked it out. I checked it out briefly in the closed beta. I didn't check it in the open beta. I'm so tired of people with their stupid bows and arrows, non-stop shooting, all the time, laser beam shots.
Glad you're here.
Thank God that's done. 56, jeez. Up here and deal with these people. Yeah, if you don't mind, Nessie, that'd be great. Not only would I like to see it, but I'm sure there's other people that wouldn't mind taking a look. All right. I think I have to go up on top of this thing. Here he is, Dubs 22. Feeling 22. Dude, I don't think I'm gonna hit 65 tonight, man. It's already 3:30 in the morning. I thought I'd be done by now. Might have to pack it up and save it for tomorrow. Officially green? Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, like it's weird because like if this zone wasn't the way this zone is, like we probably would be closer to 60 by now. It's just so hard to navigate and like traverse this damn zone, which is one of the reasons I can't stand it, just like I can't stand Weaver's Fen. Like whereas Great Cleave, everything was like pretty straightforward, back to back, real quick and easy to get to. Like we flew through levels. Like we went, like we slowed down, then we got to the Great Cleave and we just torched it. I mean, picked up like 10 levels inside an hour. Then we're back to this where it's like a slow burn, man, because like it's just such a bitch to navigate this place. Shit, man, like make it look like it's up here and then no, it's down here. Like fuck. I need new gear, man. These guys are hitting way too hard.
Now, if they're... We find the mother
And
well
see, that's the
where
other thing,
all
too,
the
look.
waters of Eden Grove flow, and we find a source of immense
We're doing story
power.
quests in Great Cleave. It's giving us 18,000 experience. We're doing quests here. It's giving us 10,000. We're getting gypped out of 8 grand.
Oh, wait, we need some... Of course!
So annoying. I think he didn't. Grab this while I'm here. Oh, I'm missing all these too. These are such a pain in the ass to get because you have to like loop around this whole entire mountain. Should probably go grab this one. How far away that is. 1.81. No, never mind. 523. That's not bad. Go grab this and then fast travel back. It's out of the way. I love how much you can climb up mountains and shit with mounts. It's so goofy. Like, you get such a big leap out of your mountain compared to on your feet. You can climb almost anything. Are you kidding? Come on. Found a bug. What? I can't even get out of it. Oh, there we go. Plus amount of morning dew. 1 kilometer. I suppose. Old water run going. $37. Let's go, man. You're flying, dude. We'll go here. I can fast travel back. At least then I have morning dew unlocked as well, which would be nice. I hear you. I hear you, man. What's wrong with that? Time to go sailing off this cliff.